the final concept that we'll take a look at are alpha channels. And you may have read about alpha channels in different places and even heard that they're complicated or difficult to work with. But the reality is alpha channels are actually a fairly simple concept. In the same way that we can create layer masks and view the selection data as white, gray, and black pixels in the layers panel, alpha channels are just another way of defining and working with selections in Photoshop. So I'll go ahead and undo the layer mask here, and you can see that we have a selection that was generated from. So with the selection active, let's go to the channels panel, and you'll notice we have 4 channels in this area by default. We have an Rgb Composite, which is what we look at every time we open a picture. We have also red, green, and blue channels that allow us to view the pixel data individually as grayscale data in this case. So I'm going to click on our composite image again, and to create the alpha channel from our selection, all we need to do is go to the second button from the left at the bottom of the panel, click it, and you'll see now we have an alpha channel that's generated under our red, green, and blue channels. From here we can press Command D on the Mac or Control D on the PC to deselect. So from this point, if we go ahead and click the alpha channel, you'll see that we're given a representation of our selection that looks exactly like a layer mask. Everything that is white is selected, everything that's gray is partially selected, and everything that is black is not selected. And the benefit of alpha channels is that, like layer masks, you can save them with your document, but have them be separate from the layers themselves. So if we fast forward, let's go ahead and click our RGB channel again, just as we would see if we opened a document. Let's go back to our layers panel, which we had open by default. Now let's say we had already created our alpha channel. We came back to Photoshop, we opened this document. How would we generate the selection? It's very easy. We would go back to the channels panel, select our alpha channel, and then at the bottom of the panel, click the leftmost button. This will regenerate the selection from the alpha channel. From here, you can select the Rgb Composite again, go back to the layers panel, and you're ready to begin working. And if you'd like to learn more about alpha channels and how they can help you work on your photographs, you can learn more about that in my image retouching and adjustment training. And there we'll talk about how we can integrate alpha channels with different filters and transform effects.